And there are free emails to the doctor. You can do video or phone consultation, schedule a consultation, or just call in and wait for a doctor to return your call with a $20 diagnostic fee. There's also a membership level we call our unlimited plan, where for a small fee we have both individual and family plans. They can get access to nutritional counselors, weight loss counselors, naturopathic doctors, MDs, and they pay $0 whenever they make a call. So it's unlimited access to all of those professionals. You know, the main thing is we want to be there when the need's there. And that's what's so often not the case with doctors or urgent cares. And if they are there, it's too expensive. And so a lot of our members say that they call us in lieu of going there, and in many cases they would have not done anything. They would have just simply waited and suffered through it, probably missed work. So we really take a proactive approach to getting them health care. And I think it's important to note, and then I'll let Steve kind of speak about how we communicate out this vision and message we have. But you know, we're not here to replace anyone's primary care doctor. We actually want to work with the primary care physician and be there for them when they're not. And as we all know, with the coming of some sort of healthcare reform, we've had doctors leave their practices. We have a shortage of doctors. We have long wait times to see a doctor, and we're filling that gap and giving people choice, options, and really giving them peace of mind that they have another way to get the information and even diagnosis if they need it.
Absolutely. I mean, I know I want Steve to talk in just a second, but just to interject my own personal experience, I literally did grow up thinking that I was on the 4 food groups and then went to the pyramid, and I believed it. And I really did eat 10 times as much, about 10 times as much carbs as I was eating anything else, and I thought that was good for me, especially even if it was whole wheat. I thought that was good, and I'm not saying whole wheat is bad, but I gained about 80 pounds, and I wasn't quite sure what was going on, and until I went to a naturopath. And she was able to explain to me that it's not just about the carbs, it's about organ health, it's about balance in your body, it's about your pH levels, it's about a lot of different things. Your body's a very complex mechanism. But 2 or 3 very simple things that if I would have known before I gained the 80 pounds, I've lost it again, thank goodness, but I was able to learn these things through years of slow access. If I would have had unlimited access, because also, when I say years, there were so many differing opinions that I actually would get one thing from one source, one thing from another source, one thing from another source, and I didn't know who to believe until I started trying it all out of my body and realized mostly the naturopaths were the ones that knew what they were talking about, and really became a believer. But the point is that prevention is so much easier than losing 80 pounds. If you can actually know what's good for you and choose a diet that tastes great but isn't over-caloried. And then the other thing is that, because I think I heard fitness trainers are in there as well, correct?
Nutritionists and weight loss counselors.
Okay, perfect. So one of the things that I think should be required curriculum, and it should be, there should have one test given once a year in every grade in school, is how many calories does it take for 1 pound to gain 1 pound. Nobody knows that. I'm amazed that nobody knows that. When I figured that out, that it was a pound gained or lost above your normal set point, it was a science, and it was no longer a mystery. Harvard actually did a huge study, and everybody waited around for the release of the study, and the results of the study were all, because they studied all the different diets, and they came out with this huge release of what their news was, and which is the best diet. And they said all diets work as long as the calories are above or below the set point, or if you're trying to maintain weight at your set point. So you could eat Snickers all day long if you wanted to. If it was the right calorie count, you could actually maintain your weight. You wouldn't be healthy, but you would actually have a you would actually not gain the weight. But it's not about weight gain, it's about being healthy. And so maybe Steve, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I would simply say that education is what's lacking for people. And what Health Nation has done, and Jim and the leadership team with their vision, is not simply give access to that reactive approach to illness as I spoke about before, but really educating people through an online wellness program. We call it Healthiest You. It was actually engineered and designed by the former Chief Medical Officer of Google, Dr. Kelly Traver. So it's a fantastic program. You add to that the things that Jim alluded to pick up the phone and know I can talk to a wellness coach, a nutritional and weight loss counselor, that kind of stuff. Having those tools, it's really just about access. When I have the education, then I'm empowered to act. And what we're finding is that the way the message is getting out, it's really not through what I'd call traditional sales channels. Health Nation over the years and prior time in history, having worked around the telehealth space, has tried every means there is. But we're seeing that this product is growing and people are grabbing it and adopting it most quickly through the result of just referral and interaction and people talking to people. And so one of the things we always tell people is, you know, hey, get the product, use it, get your own testimonial, you'll never be without it. But at the end of the day, we're building an army of people who are just telling that story. Through just directly selling it from one person to another person, people are really, really excited. And Jim mentioned it, oftentimes people put this stuff off until they need it. But now that we have it, we'd never be without it. And I was talking to 3 people last week, and I mean, I've gotten so confident now to the people who I'm introducing this service to. I'm like, you get this, you keep it for 90 days, you don't use it, you don't like it, well, you have to use it. But if you don't like it, then you come see me, I'll give you your money back. Now, that's not a corporate guarantee, that's a Steve Ricks thing. But the truth is what we're seeing is that people who are using the service are retaining the service. And the other thing we're seeing is over 90% of all these calls made result in no further action needed. That's powerful. So now from the comfort of my own home, instead of the chaos of the emergency room, I can resolve issues that I have to be reactive about. And then when it comes to proactivity, now whether it's an email, a web chat, or just getting on the phone, I literally have a doctor on speed dial, and that makes a big difference.
Absolutely. I'm very much a believer in what you guys do, and it sounded like I was only promoting naturopaths. I mean, the MDs are definitely an important part of a good health program, and I think that goes without saying that it's a true necessity there, but it's the balance in all things. We're getting a little bit closer to closing this segment. Jim, did you want to share some contact information of the best way? Obviously, we've given the website out a couple times, the best ways to get a hold of your company.
Well, I think you know, you can go to healthnation.net to really learn more about our company. It isn't. We have learned that it is an educational process to get people to understand, but we really want to keep it simple. We are designed to handle those roughly 70% of the time that you would go to the doctor, ER, or urgent care. Health Nation is there for those times when you have the sinus infection, when you have the bladder infection, when you have allergies, when you have questions, bronchitis. It's those self-diagnosis, the seasonal issues. We don't want to diagnose cancer. We don't want to replace doctors and urgent cares and ERs. But we all have been there where we know our child or we know ourselves. We're coming down with that cold. We have a sinus infection. Maybe it's ear infection that our child has had. Why go spend thousands of dollars in the healthcare system, waiting hours and hours and hours, when we have a very simple choice? And that's call Health Nation. Pick up the phone, call Health Nation. Go online if you want, schedule a consultation with a Health Nation MD. Schedule a call with a Health Nation naturopath. Whatever you want, when you want, it's very simple. So go to healthnation.net. You can also go to droncall247.com. That's droncall247.com to read a digital brochure. And you can call 480-444-8073. And Liesel, who's absolutely one of our most outstanding advocates, will be there to help you as well.
Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to give, Liesl and I had a very wonderful talk yesterday. I'm going to let you end the segment. But one of the other things that that I need to share, we are recording this and we put it up on YouTube, so anybody who wants to go to the Social Universe channel and check it out, these are people who practice what they preach. They are three very healthy people and very handsome and beautiful people. So I think it would be, if that's a goal that you have, to become labeled in that category, then definitely go to YouTube, check it out, and go to their contact information. And Lisa, I'll let you have the parting comment.
So just, it's not insurance, it's assurance that you can have a doctor when you need one. So 24 days or 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Health Nation, just feel free to give us a call anytime. DoctorOnCall247.com or Liesl at 480-444-8073. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and we look forward to tuning in after the break. And thank you.
Pleasure being here.